Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation as always to the elect. No brothers pushing this work in sincerity and truth. This is Brother Thamine from GMS Toronto, coming at you with another video. Tonight's video, I'm going to be talking about Jake and his folly and how he has drank the Kool-Aid and the illusion of being a voter, right? When the amendments were being written, right, you were being looked at as a less than a human being, 3/5 of a human being, right? And now, fast forward to the modern times, right? Now that you're pretty much melted into the society, now they so-called need your vote, so they seem, right? But it's all an illusion, right? They have Jake out here voting, which this is also a violation of our laws. Israelites are not supposed to vote. Okay? We as Israelites are not supposed to set another nation or another person over thee. Right? This happened in the time of Yahushai. Right? When these scribes and Pharisees, they actually set Esau over them in the form of the Romans. Right? And also in the time of the Greeks. Right? They joined on to the Greeks. Right? And I'm gonna bring that out because that's the same spirit that's out here right now with Jake voting Democrat and Republic. Now they're switching over back to Republican, right? Thinking that it's a better option for them, which is not, right? None of these politicians have your well-being at the top of their priorities, right? This is all a joke. They're just there to fulfill the role that they're set up to play, and also put money into the shadow government's pockets. Whomever funded their campaign, they want their money back, right? So these Israelites, they think that they're at the bottom of the barrel in this society. Who's gonna step up and put money in your pocket? No one, because you didn't put those candidates there, right? Those candidates are actually set up by other multi-millionaires, billionaires, right? And this is all a game. It's all for show. This is Deuteronomy 28, 17 and 15, right? And you Negroes are going to learn, right? You're going to learn that this system is not for you. This is not your rest. So it doesn't matter if you vote or you don't vote. Might as well not vote, right? Because all that money, all those votes should be coming into your pockets. All those money should, all those votes that you cast for these politicians, that should be amounted for money, right? But they don't respect you. You're not respected in the society, so you know you're just a vote, so to speak, right? You don't get paid for nothing. You had their celebrities, your own celebrities, coercing you into voting. Remember Puffy? I think it was the early 2000s, mid 2000s, when he had the vote or die campaign. That was for you. That was to summon you to vote, and you did. You went out and you voted. He came on BET. He was all over the place for Barack Obama, right? And all these other politicians that went to his parties. Now he's taking the blame for everything, and not all these guys just pulled their names out of the hat, right? Um. Anyways, this is what you get. You get bamboozled every election, man. You got screwed up the most with Barack Obama winning there, a Hamite, right? That's the time when you fell for the real okie doke. Deuteronomy 17 and 15. You may need, so like you may indeed set over you whom the Lord your power will choose, one from among your brothers, right? Whom you shall set as king over you. And the reason why we can't set a brother um, from our nation over us, the only time you see that is in this truth, right? Elder Tahar and all the elders and come all the way down, right? That's the only time you see the nation of Israel in harmony, right? But as far as 2/3 on the people of the world goes, right? Our gates are languish. It tells you that in Jeremiah, man, right? Our gates are languished, man. When you go into Isaiah the third chapter, it tells you why we don't have a king. We don't have the captains of 50, right? And I get that too, right? It says here, you may not put a foreigner over you who is not your brother. So you're actually going off when you do that. Let me read it from the MSG. When you enter into the land that Yahweh, your power is given you, and take it over and settle down, and they say, I'm going to get me a king like all the nations around me. And you can go back into I think Samuel, First Samuel, right? When they did that, make sure you get yourself a king whom Yahweh, your power chooses, right? Choose you, choose your king from among your kinsmen, right? So another Israelite is supposed to be your king, since you forsake the Lord. Okay, don't take a foreigner, only a kinsman, right? So that's a direct order, and make sure he doesn't build up a machine, up a war machine, amassing military horses and chariots. He must not send people to Egypt to get more horses, right? Says here, uh, because Yahweh told you, you'll never go back there again, right? Well, guess what? We came to the spiritual Egypt, though, not the physical Egypt. We're over here again. And make sure he doesn't build up a harem, collecting wives who will divert him from the straight and narrow, right? And make sure he doesn't pile up a lot of silver and gold. But, all this happened to our kings. They didn't listen to this, right? And here we are. Because they didn't listen, the kings made us go off, right? Because they yield to the flesh. And here we are now. We have heathens over us, right? Because of the curses also. Because we chose not to worship the Lord. And we have other gods over us. So our power put these nations over us. Okay? And now you have Jake choosing another nation, a stranger, a foreigner, to be his king. Because they look at Donald Trump as a savior. Donald Trump is not a savior. Yahweh Bashem El Shai is your savior. You look at Kamala Harris, which that's not her name, right? As a savior, she's not a savior. The last time you looked at Barack Obama as a savior, look at you, you're still in the same predicament, right? Let's go into the book of I would say First Maccabees, right? 1 and I think 11, and this is the same thing that Jake did. It says here, in those days when there are wicked men, so like in those days when they're out of Israel, wicked men who persuaded many. It's the same thing. You have Puffy who did that, persuaded you to go and vote, right? Saying, let us make a covenant with the heathen, right? Vote or die, right? That are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well, right? Then certain of the people were so forward therein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathens. Whereupon they built up a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathens, right? And made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief. Okay, so that's what we're witnessing again, right? It's way past that, but we're witnessing it again. Okay, we're witnessing the Israelites persuading other Israelites to do evil, right? And to follow after the ordinance of these heathens. And now, when they went to the king, they pretty much bowed down and made him the king. Okay, they made these Greeks their kings. They made these Romans their king. Caesar, Salakia, is our king. That's what you said, right? And you're uh, in direct violation, right, of this Deuteronomy 17 and 15. But they cried out, away with him. This is to Yahweh Shai, right? And they're back here. That's why they're going to take the chip. This is back then, even Deuteronomy 17 and 15 is literally the chip before the chip was a chip. Okay, the mark before the mark was a mark, because guess what? You bound down and taking that charagma, guess what you're doing? You're setting up another stranger over you, and you're making him your power. You're making him your God. Okay, but they cried out, away with him, away with him, crucify him. Pilate said unto them, shall I crucify your king? Right? Which Yahushua is our king. And they rejected him. The chief priest answered, we have no king but Caesar. Okay? So they set up the Caesars of Rome as their kings and over them, which is a direct violation of Deuteronomy 17 and 15, which is a direct violation of having another nation over you as a king. And we're seeing it again by you casting your votes for Kamala Harris, by you casting your votes to Donald Trump, right? We're not supposed to let other nations rule over us, right? And let's get Isaiah 3. Isaiah, the third chapter, right? It says here, for behold, the Lord of hosts, that take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff and the whole stay of bread and the whole stay of water. And that's why our people feel like they have to vote for someone else, because all of these things are taken away from them. They have no backbone, right? When I say backbone, I mean a ruler, a leader, a true leader that's guided by Yahweh Bashem El Shai. We have no prophets anymore, right? The prophets are on the street corners. They're back, but guess what? They're not regarded as prophets, right? It's if you know kind of thing, right? And it rightfully so, because the Lord don't want a lot. He wants he never goes with the majority. Okay, broad is the way to lead to destruction. It tells you that. The mighty men and the men of war. That's why we're voting for Donald Trump and Kamala Harris and Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, right? And Reagan and all these other presidents that you think that's going to help you. But guess what? It was a plan to set up for you to vote the way you vote. It was a 200-year plan, and 50 years had already passed, right? Lyndon B. Johnson, he set it up. The judge and the prophet and the prudent and the ancient, these things are all taken away from us. So guess what? Jake has to lean on the heathen, and they set up heathens over them so that they can feel like there's something, right? Which they're supposed to lean on Yahweh Bashem Shai. They're supposed to lean on the prophets, right? And the prophets are supposed to tell them what to do, but they don't look at us as prophets. The prophets that they looked up to are the pastors that's stealing their money and robbing them blind, right? And leading them astray. The captain of 50 and the honorable man and the counselor and the cunning artificer and the eloquent orator. Okay, the orator and the counselor, they're gone. When Jake has problems, guess what they go to? They go to Esau's therapy. Okay, when Jake has problems, he goes to he goes to his pastor, right? We're supposed to go to the man of the Lord, right? We're supposed to go to Yahweh Bashem El Shai. We're supposed to fast and we're supposed to pray about certain things, right? And this is what you get when a nation is pretty much languish, right? This is what happens. You get to lean on the heathen, and the heathen abuse you. The Lord told us many times, go cry to your gods, man. Right? These gods go into these other nations, because you always went after these other nations' gods. So the Lord gave you over to them. Go cry to them, because Jacob trouble is coming. The Haragma is coming. You think these presidents are going to help you? They're not even telling you that these things are coming. When they're here, they're going to give it to you, though. Right? They don't tell you what their plans are, but we're telling you what those elites' plans are. You're not listening to us. I will give children to be their princes, right? And now you have a child, which is Esau Edom, over you. Okay? He's your prince right now. And babes shall rule over them. Okay? And the people shall be oppressed. And isn't that what's happening to you? That's why you're choosing Donald Trump. A man that doesn't look like you, a man that's not gonna stand for you, a man who's an actor. You have all these guys, these so-called black men, these Israelite men that are proclaiming Donald Trump to be the next savior. He had 4 years in office. What did he do? Nothing. Okay, everyone by another, and everyone by his neighbor. The child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient, and the base against the honorable. And that's what we're seeing. That's why you're voting for other nations, because our nation is in shambles, right? You have the Mexican versus so-called blacks wars, right? You have amongst the Northern Kingdom, you have Salvador hating on Mexicans, Mexicans hating on Peruvians, Peruvian hating on Brazilians, right? Right? So that's what you get and even in those other nations, in those other countries that we see, guess who's set up in all these countries, man? Let me show you something. The video is actually getting longer. Let's see Jamaica Jamaica Prime Minister Andrew Holness. This guy's a tear, okay? That's a tear. This man has no he has no interest in making the so-called Jamaican people, which is you Benjamites, a better people. Okay, he just wants to. He just there to reap what he can sow. Okay, he's also there to just to take advantage of the people. He's also there to make sure you don't rise to the fullness of the occasion, man. Okay, he's set up. Look at him. That's an Edomite. Let's go to Saint Vincent. Let's go to Saint Vincent Prime Minister, man. See, another tear. He's not even hiding. He's not even a tear. He's just he's an Edomite. Okay, so this is what we do: set up these other nations over the men that's supposed to be ruling over us, which are other Israelites. He's been there since 2001. It's been 24 years now, 23 years. Okay, and they don't want to get rid of him because of what he looks like, right? Who else? Let's see who else. When you go to El Salvador, when you go, the prime ministers and the presidents look nothing like the people that lives there, man. When you go to Brazil, let's see who the president of Brazil is. See, I'm not saying that that there aren't Israelites that look like this, but these men, most of them are Amalek. Okay, most of them are Amalek. The people of Brazil, they don't look the people, the native people from Brazil, they don't look like this. Okay, when you go to so this is all direct violation of Deuteronomy 17, right? When you go to Peru, let's see who the president of. Okay, this one look like this look like one of the tribes, right? But most of the time they set up these are all tears, man. Right? They're all tears because they're not there for the people, man. Most of them are tears. Let's see. Let's go to Colombia. Most of them are Amalek, man. Don't even get tricked because this is what they do. They give you someone like Barack Obama, right? When you go to Ecuador, let's see Ecuador. Yeah, here we go. Ecuador. This is the president. Okay, these are all tears, man. Let's go to El Salvador. Yeah, I think he's something. This one's a tear too. He's a tear also. Let's see Mexico. What Mexico have? Right? Tears. All tears. Right? Puerto Rico. Oh, this is American. Um, yeah. Let's see Barbados. Yeah, yeah. I think I found something. I made a video about this the last time too. People nothing but tears, man. Don't be fooled by all of this. Right? They're all tears. Most of them study in in America or they study in England, right? I think it's this man. He studies somewhere in I think this he studied in England. So even if they don't look like that, their their mind is all Western, man. All westernized, right? These Jakes are all screwed up, man. They're not there for the people. So that's they're all corrupt. But anyways, that's the point. Deuteronomy 17 and 15. Our people are, our gates are language too. Our gates are language. Judah born it. Jeremiah 14. Our gates are language. And I'm not saying those people are not Israelites. Okay, I'm not saying Israelites don't look like that, but for the majority of the time, most of those people are set up to lead our people astray, have them look like you a little bit, but their fathers go back to Edom. Okay, even Amalek, Jeremiah 14 and 2, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. So the fact that the gates thereof are languish, right? Gates go back to your protection, right? We don't have any protection, and that's part of the curses too. The Lord did that to us. Okay, let's get the word languish. Get the word languish. It says a person or other living thing lose or lack vitality, grow meek or feeble. Okay, that's the nation of Israel. Weaken. These are the synonyms. Okay, weaken, grow weak, deteriorate. Okay, waste away, rot, decay. These are the synonyms that's used to describe our people. Okay, and that's why they vote for these other nations, mainly Edom, to be over them. They're so gone that they don't even look to put a person that looked like them anymore into that office. Back in the 80s, they tried to get Jesse Jackson and the other one, Al Sharpton. Right, but now they don't even bother with that anymore because the new generation, they're already integrated. Their mind is gone. They're all Edomites now, man. Right? The Babylonians, right? These Judites are gone, right? These Benjamites are gone. You have Trump that was trying to like get rid of the so-called Mexicans, kick them out of the land, and guess who you see voting for Trump? Check this out: Mexicans for Trump, right? Check this out: Latinos for Trump, right? You can't make this up, man. You cannot make this up. Latinos para Trump, right? For para, okay? Latinos voting for Trump, right? Latinos voting for Trump, right? And that's how you know they're trying to kiss some ass. You think people don't know when they're kissing their asses, man? Latinos for Trump, right? Look at the tears at the front, right? Nothing but tears, man. Keep America great. I just saw a video today of a bunch of Muslims sitting down in the park, and this Edomite um, is filming them, and he's like, "We want our Canada back." If it wasn't for these immigrants, man, your Canada would have been because Canada would have been screwed up because there's jobs that you don't want to do. There are many jobs that you don't want to do that they're doing, right? So if these people were to leave right now and go back to their country, this place is going to be a waste dump because with these people here, all you see is a bunch of homeless Edomites on the road just laying down on the street. I went downtown today to do some business, and all you see is Edomites on the road with crack pipes in their hands, man. Okay, and you see Edomites in suits just walking over them. But this is the sick state that our people are in. Okay, where a president will want you out, and in return, you go and cast a vote for him, cast lots for him. Look, blacks for Trump. These niggas are gone, man. These are the two tribes right here, the Northern and Southern Kingdom, cooning hard. Okay, they're cooning hard. That's, you Judites are gonna get yours too. Okay, let's go, blacks for Trump. Niggas are out of their minds, man. You're finished. We need your house shy back, man, so most of these people can be destroyed. Right? Keep calling yourselves black. Hate that word. Look at this. Niggas went to go pray for this man. First thing first, you're praying to an Edomite God, right? Secondly, The Lord is not hearing your prayers because you're not calling upon His name. And thirdly, even if you call on Yahweh Hashem Shai, He's not gonna bless Donald Trump, right? Bitch ass niggas, man. Look at this. They're even worse than the Latinos. Okay. There you go. There you go. The serpent and Eve, right? Our people have no shame, man. No shame. You think Donald Trump is for you, right? And all these podcasters, all of them think that they know something now, which they don't have anything. The Lord's gonna shut that podcast shit down too, man. I made a video about it on my last channel that got annihilated. I'm gonna come back again. The podcasting and all these manosphere. The Lord is gonna shut all you niggas down, man. Your mouth needs to be shut. Okay? I'll say shalom.